Welcome to Week 12 of the BDE Fantasy Football League podcast. I'm Devin, and as you can see, I'm here all alone without my partner Gifford. But that's alright, scheduling conflicts, you know. First off, I want to apologize for not posting last week. Things happen, but let's just get right into it this week. So last week, I predicted Gifford, Scott, Tatani, Apple, and Omar to win, giving me a perfect record of 5-0. This brings my overall record to 36-19, putting me tied with Gifford, also at 36-19, but going 4-1 last week instead. He chose Brittany over Scott, which, as we all know, didn't happen. Next up, I want to talk about, the power rankings. I want to do this a little bit differently. This week, we're going to talk about our playoff chances, because it is a little bit of a special week. We just eliminated Eric out of our playoff chances. And on the other side, we just welcomed Gifford into the playoffs. He is now a 100% lock for the playoffs. Seeding is the only thing left to be determined, but I think we all know where this is headed. Power rankings this week is going to be based on the percentages of your playoff chances. So a little bit different this week. I just spoiled 1 and 10, but those have been the same for a little while. So at number 10, we have Eric with a 0% chance. Like I said, you're out of the playoffs, but that doesn't mean there's nothing to play for. As we all know, there are several paintball guns lining up, getting ready to shoot someone right in the ass. So keep on playing your heart out. At number 9, we have Zach's Genius Team. He is going up against Gifford this week. Unfortunately, that means that he does not have a great chance to win, but currently he has a 0.2% chance to make the playoffs. So very, very small, but there's a chance, I guess. Good luck this week against Gifford. At number 8, it's myself. And I say it quite a bit outside of the podcast, but there's a little glimpse of hope. There's a little glimpse of hope. I have a 1.22% chance of making the playoffs. I ran the simulators, and I need both Tommy and Apple to lose out and for me to win the rest of my games in order to secure that 6th seed. So it is very unlikely, but the funeral's not yet. I know you all are waiting for me to get on that. Next, at number 7, we have Tommy with a 55.47% chance of making the playoffs. He is now facing off against Eric, and like I said, I kind of need Eric to win here. Tommy, if you win here, that just boosts your odds. You are riddled with injuries right now, so you might not have that much confidence of making it far into the playoffs, but you still have a good chance to make the playoffs. At number 6, we have Apple with a 67.05% chance to make the playoffs. You are doing really well. You're in a great position to make it. However, you just need to put it together these last couple weeks. I know week 14 is going to be rough for you, but hopefully by then you locked it up. This week you are going off against Scott, who, as we can tell, is ahead of you in the power rankings, but that doesn't always mean anything, so good luck to you. Next up, we have, Scott. He has an 83.9% chance to make the playoffs, meaning that, he's almost a lock. He has a very, very good chance of making it. Essentially, the playoffs look like it is a battle for the 6th seed between Apple and Tommy. Technically me, but we all know that's not going to happen. So Scott is facing off against the aforementioned Apple. Whoever wins there essentially locks up a spot in the playoffs. Tatani, you are at number 4 at 93.7% chance. For the top 4 essentially have made it. Something has to go abysmal with your team in order for you not to make it. So really, it's just smooth sailing from here. Avoid injuries and just keep having fun. This week you are going up against Omar, so that is going to be a little bit of a problem, but I think you'll be fine in the remaining weeks. You'll be all right. At number 3, 3, 2, 1 are actually the same as the 2 weeks ago. Brittany, you are at a 98.6% chance to make the playoffs. This is not great for me because of everything that I have said this season, but here we are, 98.6% chance. Have fun in the playoffs. I hope you win. Omar, you are number 2, and you are at 99.85% chance, meaning if you win this week, you're in the playoffs. Congratulations. I honestly don't know how you've made it this far, but you have, so congratulations with that. At number 1, of course, I said it already, Gifford, you are 100% in the playoffs. Congratulations. It is in line for you. Your team has just been rolling everybody, and in your wise words, you're going to keep on rolling. Congratulations to all of our 90 and above percent chance people. Moving on from there, I am going to go with my boom predictions of week 12. I am going to start with quarterback, and this is going to be Lamar Jackson against the Jacksonville Jaguars. He is on Omar's team. He has been kind of rough, let's say, this season, but I do think that he's going to start turning things around. He's going to come back to form, and that's really the theme of my picks this week. Next, I'm going with wide receivers. This is going to be both Gabe Davis and Stephon Diggs. If you notice, they are both on the Buffalo Bills. I do think that the Bills will completely devastate the Detroit Lions. They're just going to go in there and bend them over. Both of them are going to be just rolling on Thanksgiving. Let's say that. Next up, running back, I have Travis Etienne. He's playing at Baltimore. He's playing versus Baltimore. And honestly, this is just blind faith. I want Omar to win. And this is me, I want Eric to win. And this is just me putting it out in the universe. Etienne will bounce back. He kind of tripped up a little bit last week, but like I said with Lamar, this is righting wrongs. At tight end, I have Gerald Everett, who did go out 2 weeks ago. He didn't play last week, but this week he's coming back against Arizona, and I just see an immense game from him. I think he's going to be great. Arizona has the second worst defense against tight ends, and, well, I don't think it'll matter because Zach's still going to lose against Gifford. So that's where we're at with that. Next up will be our Week 12 predictions. This week it is me versus Brittany, and in this one I have to go with me if I want to keep my playoff hopes alive. So I'm sorry, Brittany, but I have to go for me. Gifford is going to go for you, though. So, yeah, you have one backer at least. Up next, Scott versus Apple. In this one, we also differed. I need Scott to win. Again, playoff hopes. It's just needed at this point. Nothing against you, Apple, but fuck you anyway. Gifford is going for you, though. Apple. So enemies become lovers, essentially. Gifford has been against Apple all season, and, well, now he wants you to win. Up next, we have Eric versus Tommy, and I was going to go for Tommy until I broke down, again, the playoff odds, and it's necessary for me to have Eric win this week against you, Tommy. Sorry, it is what it is. Do I think you're actually going to lose? Maybe, but it's in my best interest to choose Eric. Up next, Omar versus Tatani, and that one is both of us thinking that Omar is going to win that one. Tatani is just not on his level quite, but he does have boom weeks. We'll see if he can explode this week. The final one, Zach versus Gifford. It's not a very exciting matchup, but both of us did choose Gifford. So there are little differences in our predictions this week. Hopefully, it changes our records, our overall season records, in my favor. But we will see. Again, we are both tied 36 and 19. Whoever wins this bet at the end of the season will get dinner from the loser. All right. Next up, before I forget, are our competitions. So, because I didn't do a podcast last week, we didn't go over them. For week 10, we had kick and pray, which was the longest attempted field goal. And that week, I won with a 55-yard attempt from Jason Myers. On that one, it's as easy as that. Nobody else even attempted one over, I want to say 50. Week 11 was bullseye, the team closest to the projected points total. And here, Eric got a win. He got his $5 that his name was hoping for. He has been hoping for at least $5 for probably at least 5 weeks now. And, well, you did it. Congratulations. I'm happy for you. You barely beat out Zach, who had 8.5 points around his projected. At week 12, this week, we have Overachiever, the team with the most points over their weekly projection. So all you overachievers out there, go for gold, and we will see what happens. So yeah, that's about it. It's a short and sweet episode. It's me by myself recording at work. So here you go. Thanks for joining. I will see everybody in week 13. Good luck.